Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your history class. We are doing chapter number 7, from shelters to village settlements, right? What that means, what is it? We learn as we progress through the chapter. But before we move on, the couple of things that we already know from our last chapter. Homo sapiens, basically intelligent humans. जो humans हमसे just पहले आए थे. We are Homo sapiens sapiens. तो Homo sapiens sapiens just पहले जो आए थे. Homo sapiens were more intelligent than Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalis. The humans we know are Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalis, Homo sapien, and Homo sapiens sapiens, जो कि हम हैं. So Homo sapiens were very intelligent. They used many tools according to their needs. This is something that we had learned, that Homo sapiens used a lot of tools on the basis of what they needed. उनको जैसी जरूरत थी वैसे tools उन्होंने बनाया. They could make many sounds. वो आवाज करके बात करते थे. They put their thoughts and feelings into words. They were the first kind of people who could talk by using words and use their imagination to name objects. वो अपने चीजों को नाम देते थे based on their imagination, and they used words to speak to each other. They made pretty objects. वो सुंदर सुंदर चीजें भी बनाते थे. So that was about Homo sapiens. We've already learned about them in the last chapter that we read. We also read about Homo neanderthalis, who were very big and strong, right? Homo neanderthalis was big and strong. His brain was more developed than the brain of Homo erectus. वो बहुत big था, strong था, और उसका brain Homo erectus या Homo habilis से ज़्यादा strong था. जैसे जैसे दिन बढ़ते गया, जैसे जैसे human beings evolve होते गए, evolution होते गया, human beings started being smarter. Their brain started getting smarter. Sharper, right? They lived in caves. So Neanderthals were the first human beings to live in caves, and they made tools and weapons like axes using pebbles. Pebbles means पत्थर छोटे छोटे कंचे टाइप, वो उससे यूज करके they made weapons like axes. Axes माने आरी टाइप, right? They hunted and ate big animals by making them on fire. वो animals को hunt करते थे और उसको आग में जला के खाते थे. They knew how to make fire. These are the first kind of human beings that knew. उनको मालूम था आग कैसे जलाते हैं. Scientists believe that they talk to each other using a few sounds. ऐसा scientists को लगता है कि वो एक दूसरे से sounds में बातें करते थे. When a member of the group died, जब कोई भी उनके ग्रुप में मर जाता था, they would bury the body with tools, horns, etc. वो मिट्टी के अंदर गाड़ देते थे. जो अभी भी ritual है to bury the body under the ground. Homo neanderthalis were the first people to do that. They're known to have started the ritual of burying the dead. ये पहले human beings थे जिन्होंने dead को मिट्टी के अंदर bury कर देते underground. Now coming to this chapter, very important, Stone Age. What is Stone Age? The period in history का वो period, history का वो time from which stone tools are found. वो time जहाँ में stone tools, so these tools that Homo neanderthalis, Homo sapiens were using, वो वाला time is called Stone Age, right? So write this down in your notebook. The period in history from which stone tools are found is called the Stone Age. Now, Stone Age is divided into 3 periods. Stone Age 3 periods में बटा हुआ है based on the shape and type of stone tools found. Number 1 is Old Stone Age. Stone Age 3 type का है, अलग-अलग tools के हिसाब से. पहला है Old Stone Age. They had rough tools, उतने अच्छे polished tools नहीं थे, जैसे तैसे tools थे. That is Old Stone Age. Second is Middle Stone Age. Semi polished tools, मतलब उतना भी rough नहीं है पर इतना भी चमकने वाला, इतना भी अच्छा tools नहीं है, like the ones we use now. And the third one is New Stone Age, had polished tools, बहुत polished tools थे, right? So 3 types of Stone Age period. Old Stone Age एकदम rough, Middle Stone Age semi polished, and New Stone Age एकदम polished tools, right? What is Stone Age? History का वो time when stone tools were found. As simple as that. Very simple, very easy to remember also. Please write it down in your notebook. Then we come to shelters. So when you think of shelters, remember shelters में Homo neanderthalis रहते थे. Just remember this much कि पहले shelters थे जहाँ पे Homo neanderthalis रहते थे, क्योंकि Homo neanderthalis came before Homo sapiens. So the Neanderthals first began living in the caves. वो पहले लोग थे जो caves में रहते थे, right? Neanderthals. To protect themselves from extreme cold, they used animal skin inside the caves to provide warmth. बहुत ठंड लगती होगी ना caves में, mountains पे, तो सब to protect themselves. जैसे हम स्वेटर पहनते थे, they used animal skin to cover themselves so that they would get some warmth, ताकि उनको थोड़ी गर्मी मिले. They also built huts made out of bamboo and mud. These are called shelters. This point is very, very, very important. Please write down in your notebook. Question: what are shelters? Sorry, what are shelters? और उसके अंदर write this answer. Homo neanderthalensis. Who built shelters? Homo neanderthalensis, not Homo sapiens. Homo neanderthalensis built huts made out of bamboo and mud. Homo neanderthalensis hut बनाते थे मिट्टी का घर और बैम्बू का घर से. Those were called shelters. Shelters would not stay intact. अभी मिट्टी का घर और बैम्बू का घर है तो पंडाल जैसा मान लो. So obviously it's not going to stay intact ना. इस जोर से आंधी तूफान है. So it's not going to stay for a long time and it could break easily. So these are the two things you know about shelters. If anyone asks you shelters, this is the first point you'll write, this is the second point you will write. Instead of they, you will write Homo neanderthalensis. Right? Homo neanderthalensis. So what do you know? What are shelters? Homo neanderthalensis made hut. The hut were made of mud and bamboo. These were not very strong and would break easily. That is shelter. कौन रहता था shelter में? Homo neanderthalensis. Quick question, true or false? Homo sapiens stayed in shelters. False, because Homo neanderthals stayed in shelters. True or false? Shelters were very strong. False, shelters would break easily. They were not very strong, so they would not stay intact. All right. Now moving on to where did Homo sapiens live? So Homo sapiens lived in seasonal camps. Homo neanderthals lived in shelters. Homo sapiens lived in seasonal camps. Now what's that? 1 minute. During the middle stone age, जो middle stone age था जहाँ पे semi polished tools मिलते थे, groups of Homo sapiens began living together in groups all around the world, right? So Homo sapiens groups में इकट्ठा होते थे and they started living together. वो जैसे अभी family system है, वो भी अपनी group of family बनाते थे and all over the world they would live together in groups. अकेले नहीं रहते थे like others. The climate got warmer and the environment went through a lot of changes. So remember I told you when I was teaching evolution that because of the changes in nature, because of the changes in environment, a lot of animals could not survive and they were extinct. So here also in the middle stone age, the environment was changing. अचानक से nature बहुत गर्म होने लग गया था. Unlike जो पहले बहुत ठंड थी, now earth was getting warmer for different reasons and the climate was changing, nature was changing. Many animals became extinct. Extinct meaning they could not survive because they were hunted by Homo sapiens. So Homo sapiens, because of changes in nature also, and because Homo sapiens बहुत सारे animals को hunt करते थे, आग में जलाते थे, खाना खा लेते थे, so they were extinct. वो और जिंदा नहीं रह पाए क्योंकि Homo sapiens ने सारे animals को खा लिया all over the world, right? Homo sapiens lived in seasonal camps. Who lived in seasonal camps? Answer is Homo sapiens. This means that they lived in different places as a group according to the season, hot, rainy, cold, whatever. What this basically means is Homo sapiens groups में रहते थे. अभी groups में भी वो different world में different जगह पे different time पे रहते थे based on the season. मान लो बहुत ठंड हो रही है कहीं पे, so they will move to a hotter place. बहुत गर्मी हो रही है, so they will move to a colder place. Season के हिसाब से वो अपने घर बदलते थे वो और वहां पे कैंप्स लगा लेते थे. You look at this picture. Here they have put camps, put their camps to live in, and that's based on the season. ये लोग यहाँ पे जिंदगी भर नहीं रहने वाले. They're going to change. They're going to move जैसे यहाँ पे बहुत ठंड हो जाएगी, right? So based on the season, they moved in groups to different parts of the world. They chose the place to live in according to the season. According to the season, वो choose करते थे which place they would live in and the food available in a place. So on the basis of what they decided where to live, सीजन कैसा है वहां पे और वहां पे खाना कैसा मिलता है. So these are the two things. Quick question, true or false? Homo sapiens lived in seasonal camps. True. Seasonal camps was decided based on what? A, season. कैसा season है वहां पे. B, कैसा food मिलता है वहां पे. Who lived in seasonal camps? Homo sapiens. All right. Who lived in shelters? Homo neanderthals. So if the question is what are seasonal camps, you're going to write everything that's mentioned here. Everything, right? So take your time, write this down in your notebook, pause the video, but make sure you're writing everything very neatly and explaining everything. Now, quickly, we will practice a few questions. You will do it on your own and send it to Didi. I will read the questions for you. Question number 1 is fill in the blanks. Dash age had rough stone tools. कौन से age में rough थे stone tools? Old Stone Age या Middle Stone Age? B. Dash were huts made out of bamboo and mud. Options are shelters या seasonal camps. कौन सा वो huts थे जो bamboo और mud से बनते थे? Shelters या seasonal camps? C. Dash lived in different places in groups. कौन रहते थे different places in groups? Neanderthals या sapiens, right? Question number 2 is true or false. Neanderthals chose place to live according to the season. Season के हिसाब से Neanderthals choose करते थे क्या? B. Shelters were made of very strong material. Shelters were very strong. True, सही है क्या? C. Stone Age is the period when stone tools were made. Stone Age ऐसा period है जहाँ पे stone tools बने थे. Question number 3 is write to characteristics. Characteristics means anything that you know about these topics. Okay, कोई भी 2 points you have to write about the following. Number 1 is Stone Age. तो Stone Age के बारे में you will have to write 2 points. Number 2 is shelters. Shelters के बारे में you will have to write 2 points. Number 3 is seasonal camps. So seasonal camps के बारे में you will have to write 2 points. You can use your notes to write the answer, but make sure you're writing the proper correct answer. All right. If you have any questions, please ask Didi. Bye bye.